So here we are. We're joining you from, well, you're joining us from Jeddah. I just got done saying a whole bunch of stuff into a muted microphone, so I'm going to be kind of going over this again. I started out saying that, oh, look at VTech retired already. That's kind of his new thing, is to just not qualify. And we might have to have a look at that in terms of policy. He's opting to not qualify and to begin at the back of the grid each time. I'm not sure that I see a problem with that, but another member expressed some dissatisfaction with it. Anyhow, I'm not feeling great, and like I was saying before into my muted microphone, I'm not a particularly high energy commentator, and that will be especially the case today. I will have all the information up that I think is most important to us when we're spectating. And I'm sure I'll probably call out some more fascinating moments, and I'm mostly just going to concentrate on following the action around with the camera as best as I can. I'm kind of distracted by how I'm feeling. I don't feel very good. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to adjust something here real quick. So here we are with Juventino on his maiden lap. I see that Juventino's had the same sort of struggle with this track that I have. Looks like Severe Scott's out. It's odd that he would retire before even putting up a lap. I'm not sure what happened there. We're not going to be able to find out either. Kind of feel like Juventino probably had to abandon that lap after what we saw. Yeah, he's making room for other people. Whoa! Just struck the wall. That was strange. Maybe he's not feeling so good either. Yeah, I had to sit Jeddah out. This track is just a puzzle to me. I have never been able to get it right. I'm wanting to accelerate when I should be slowing down. There's a place where I want to be slowing down when I should be accelerating, and it's just a mess. The delta is frightening to look at. Alright, looks like we're going to give it another go here. So far, Belucid's got the top slot there, the 131.231. Seems like a solid lap, but I have a feeling that will fall. I guess that's permitted or something, or is he just blowing it and having to abandon his lap? I don't know. Seems like he's maybe driving it like he means it still. I also have to put a disclaimer out there. That's very odd. I wonder if we don't have stringent track limitations going on, that he would not invalidate his lap somehow. I've watched my previous streams, you know, just to check the construction, but I've made some weird mistakes commentating, you know, with like the technical information, sequence of events. I've said some things backwards. I've called out some things totally incorrectly that I'm sure anyone who happened to watch them must have been like, what are you talking about? Like there was one instance where I was saying that it didn't show me specific penalties and what specific penalties people were being penalized for, and it was right there in front of my face. I was playing the stream back and I saw that and I was like, oh my god. There's quite a few scenarios like that that I've identified that I'm hoping I won't have so much trouble with. So there's Tommy, the 128.5, taking P1. Whereas Be Lucid, who came out in P1 off the bat, is now P6. So yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of shuffling of the order. I don't know what happened with Givatino. There was some weird trouble there, so he hasn't put up a lap that I think that where he really meant business yet. I'm beginning to wonder if he had trouble with his setup because he's, you know, back in the pits. He could just be changing his tires, or I saw him strike the wall. Maybe he busted a wing. I don't know. So we got Ignacio P2, Tiak P3, Houdini P4, Bryce P5, Vilna P6, Be Lucid just slid down to 7, Danny Blazin P8, the Doberman P9, Flavius P10. Let's see if we can have a look at what Tiak's up to. Looks like he may have abandoned his attempt here. That's really strange. Yeah, he's just making way for other cars. Got Houdini on a serious lap. Oh well. Silly me. I hope for these guys' sake they're not trying to sort out their setups during qualifying. Kinda wanna have that all dialed in already. So Tommy P1, Ignacio P2, Tiak P3. I imagine when whatever's going on with Juventino ends in a serious lap that he'll probably find himself up there in the top 3. Very strange what was going on before. I'm not sure what was going on with that, but it was weird. See him bang the wall like that. And yeah, I think he's having the kind of lap he would like to now. He's choosing some strange angles to approach his apexes. You can see where the rubber on the road is not where he is. He's opposite of it quite a bit here. Yeah, see, he's shallow of the apex there. Pretty sure, yeah, you guys have lines in this division, so that's odd. Must march to the beat of his own drum. So that puts him in P4. With Be Lucid again, where now he's in P8. See if he can improve upon that. Coming up on some traffic, looks like kind of fast there. Maybe not, whomever that is. That's Villeneuve, I think. Yeah, Villeneuve. Sitting in P7. Yeah, no improvement on that for Villeneuve. Looks like B. Lucid didn't get his way either. Not sure if Danny Blazin, I imagine he wants to come out on the softs. Looks like he put up his lap on medium, so. We have our other Haas, Doberman, and P10. Yeah, that's a tough one. I see people exceeding that a lot, but I haven't seen any invalidates go over that. I may have been wrong about Juventino's apexing. Everybody seems to be... That does make more sense. Usually it's the darker areas of the track that are being... We're seeing the most traffic, so... I haven't spent hardly any time on this track since I tried for like 3 hours to learn the damn thing. It is tough for me. I can't get my head around it. USA was really difficult for me like that. Vietnam gave me a hard time. Nothing like Jeddah though. So B. Lucid now in 9th, Villeneuve in 8th. Still same top 3. Tommy in P1, Ignacio in P2, Tiak in P3, Juventino sitting in P4. We got Ray on... Yeah, what is the deal, you guys? I don't know if this is a serious hot lap or not. Yeah, I don't know why he'd be sitting in 6th gear, so he must be just taking it easy on his tires for maybe another lap. Put up another lap on that compound. On that set, I should say. Nope, into the pits. Imagine TX trying to improve on his P3. Will he get it? Got Danny Blazin back out for his out lap. Looks like he came out on mediums as opposed to having put up his time with mediums. There's Ambu out there hauling ass. What happened to Danny Blazin? Yeah, Danny Blazin slid down to 11th. Got Ambu in P9 after Villeneuve in P8. Villeneuve, excuse me. Be Lucid in 10th. Juventino seems to be content to kind of kick it in the pit right now. But time is running short. See, Houdini's on a hot lap here. He's looking the business today. Not having any trouble that I can see. Yeah, I was totally wrong about Juventino's apexing. He was absolutely slotted correctly. Yeah, no trouble negotiating those for Houdini. So JST put up 1 lap on mediums. Severe Scott 0 laps on soft. So I mean, VTech never came out of the garage. Somehow he ends up in 16th without and he retired immediately, so I don't know how that worked. See if Power Grim Reaper can get out there and put up a better time. Just gonna call him Grim going forward. He's really good, Grim is, so. I remember the week before last, he started out at the back of the grid because he had gotten... Apparently when he gets home from work, it's just barely in time to qualify, and he got out on track and invalidated. So he had to accept a place at the back. I wonder if we had a kind of a similar occurrence today. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's still down there. Sitting there in pit. I mean, he's got a couple minutes to get, or about a minute to get out there and be allowed to complete a lap. So Houdini moves up to P2, taking over Ignacio's spot there. Still have Tommy in P1. They're holding down that spot by nearly a second. So I'm not sure we'll see anyone take that down. Tiak out again. Beckett trying to get a lap in. Yeah, so Giovantino's going to finish in P5, contrary to my prediction. Grim is going to be there in P19, unless something changes. Yeah, it looks like Beckett will be at the very back of the grid, P20. That's about it. Maybe Ambu's about to wrap it up here. Currently P9. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going especially fast. Yeah, looks like he's just kind of taking his time. Unless he's going to slip it in right here at the end. Oh, he's back to the pits. Okay. That makes sense. So we have Tommy P1, Tiak P2, Ignacio P3, Houdini P4. Oh, we got, that went back. Tommy P1, Tiak P2, Ignacio P3. Yeah, it went kind of back and forth there. Houdini P4, Giovantino P5, Ray 6, Bryce 7, Villeneuve 8, Ambu 9, Elbows 10. And then, like, you know, everybody else. So very exciting round of qualifying with Tommy emerging the victor, who will be our pole holder person. He's going to be taking pole, and he will be at the vanguard of the event. See if we can find out what happened here. So JC crashed. Looks like Danny Blazin crashed. Severe Scott crashed. Quite a few invalidated. Yeah, so there were some problems out there. As is usual. A lot of times I'm one of the DNFs or an invalidated. Something goes wrong every time I try to qualify. I'll have gorgeous outlaps, and then once the pressure's on, I can be counted on to completely screw it up. So I guess we'll just wait. I remember getting sat here in between qualifying and the race before. I must have, though. So yeah, we're all ready, I'm sure, for a very exciting race here at Jeddah. Anxious to see how it plays out. With reduced safety car, it could be fairly predictable. If our pole position pulls out in front and then can put up a consistent showing, might not be very difficult for them to hold that position down. I'm sure we'll see some good fights over it though. Juventino, I would imagine. It seems like Juventino. I don't have it committed to racing. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go racing indeed. It seems to me like he doesn't always end up in the top 3 when he's qualifying, but he'll find himself in the top 3 before race end. At least that's the pattern I've observed. Now I'm curious who that was. I'm going to have to look. Just a moment, folks. And we're back. Looks like we've moved into our formation lap. And we're on board with Tommy, our pole holder. That sounds terrible. Our pole position entering the track on softs. That sounds wonderful. So I predict that we're going to see a lot of penalties for exceeding track limits after what I observed in qualifying. Looks like we're all connected here. There's not a bunch of disconnects like we had in that failed session. Things seems to be going to plan. On board with Juventino. Most everyone coming out on softs. Stands to reason because most everyone probably got their time established on softs. Pretty impressive when someone puts up their time on mediums. I imagine they could have improved on whatever time it was on softs, but for whatever reason they didn't get around to it. Could have been a DNF, could have been one of those invalidated. I'd like to know how VTech finds himself in P16. Well, maybe that's what it was, because he retired right away, so everybody that invalidated or DNF'd after him would bump him up to P16. I think this might be a good vantage to watch from. Here we go. Lights out. Right away, Juventino up to 4th. Tommy out there with quite a bit of space between himself and Tiak. Yeah, I don't know what how I feel about that. It looks like no one's going to be drawing any kind of warnings or penalties over that. I can't help but wonder if that's like an oversight or if that's realistic track limitations at Jeddah. Go ahead and have yourself a look at the pit strategy there, predicted pit strategy for Ignacio. Ray coming after Juventino's P4. And Danny Blazin and VTech having a little party. VTech coming after P11. Flavius is holding that down. Yeah, like I was saying, Tommy's out there with, 2 seconds ahead of everybody. If he can, that is so strange. If he can keep, that, like I was saying, if he can be consistent, this would be a very boring race. Ignacio definitely challenging Piak for his position, P2. Got a little bit of a excitement here between Houdini, Bryce, and Juventino. On board with Bryce. Ooh. Risking some contact. The commitment to clean racing here is very apparent. So right now our closest contest looks like it's going to be VTech and Ambu. At least when I went switching around it was. Ignacio and Tiak seem like they're going to make life difficult for each other for a while. So one of them makes a mistake. Or at least a significant mistake that Tiak looks like he's going to make a move. Tiak got his way. Ignacio's coming right back though. Yeah, nice exchange we're having here. Good manners. Good racecraft. Juventino hasn't really made a lot of progress since we left the grid. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he maybe struggles with his track a little bit. But, Tommy's just kind of up there sipping his iced tea. Meanwhile, P3, 4, 5, and 6 is proving to be a pretty exciting contest. Tiak and Ignacio They're it's like they're on a hot date. Ignacio playing hard to get. I could see this going back and forth often when, you know, now that Tiak is behind Ignacio, it could be Tiak taking Ignacio in the DRS corridor. Yeah. And then by the time they get there again, it could be the opposite. Yeah, not wasting any time there. Gets the job done in time to negotiate turn one. Could be that Juventino's just concentrating on being consistent. It might be he has a pit strategy that he's confident in and feels like that's where he'll get where all the heavy lifting will be done. So Tommy P1, Tiak P2, Ignacio P3. We'll see if things play out like I predicted, and see if here in the DSR core or in the DRS corridor, if Ignacio will be able to. I don't know. I don't see that happen at this point. He's trying. He's trying to make up that space. He wants to, but I don't think he's going to be able to recover that position anytime soon. Ray was in the draft. You know he wanted it. Joining Flavius and the Doberman. I apologize for that. I realize that's probably really jarring, but there is really no other way to make it quickly to any of these battles going on. Yeah, some really excellent driving out of Tiak and Ignacio here at Jeddah. Very impressive. I'm sure they're having an excellent time. If they like, if they enjoy the tension of the fight, then this is an ideal event for them. Scott picks up 3 seconds for multiple warnings, presumably for exceeding track limits, because that's what I've seen so abundantly. Could also be that his car made contact with someone else's. I don't really know. Very good driving from Ignacio. Very patient. Very good driving from both of these guys. They're patient. They wait for good opportunities to attempt their overtakes. Very impressive. There's 7 laps of this consistently, this fight between Ignacio and Tiak. Juventino sitting there in 5th. Kind of like, you know, that Michael Jackson meme where he's sitting there in the theater eating popcorn, looking all excited. I wonder if that's what Juventino's up to. Oh! Ignacio gets a little loose there. Creates something of an advantage for Tiak. A lot of activity among these 5 cars. Tommy enjoying a comfy 4-second spread. 4 seconds of space between himself and Tiak. That's just kind of boring. I almost feel bad for him. I'm really wondering about what Juventino might be up to. It's usually more aggressive than that. Yeah, that mistake bought Tiak some pretty significant space between himself and Ignacio. On board with Villeneuve. Everybody's kind of spread out, everybody's kind of got their space, although VTEC, yeah, coming after Villeneuve's P7, and he takes it. Seems like Villeneuve's not going to take that lying down, though. Nope. And he creates a handsome amount of room between himself and VTEC. I have no doubt that that will make him pretty happy, because he has a grievance or two that he'd be happy to settle. Nothing big. Friendly. VTEC slides a little bit there. Ignacio made up about 1/10 of that lost space, closed in by about 1/10 since he slid. Danny Blazin, something going on with him. It kind of looks like he must have slid. He's out on hards. He must have had to pit early. I imagine he had to pit early for whatever reason, and maybe his setup wasn't optimized to run with the hards. I'm seeing quite a few penalties now. Let's have a look at that. Ignacio managed to make up for that lost time. Oh, we have a bit of a slide out of Tiak. Tiak drops back. Oh, we're into the pits. Okay, it's that time already. Let's see, I want to see what Juventino opted to do. It's picked up, let's see, it's Ignacio that's picked up 6 seconds. So we're going to have some changing of the order here. In these league events, you know, people, it's not like they're following the program, not all of them anyway, are following the program that the game, you know, gives them to choose from. I know I don't. I kind of just, I make my program as the race goes on. Too much going on here. Villeneuve and VTEC at it again. JC, Bryce, and Elbows giving each other a hard time. If you look at the delta there, you can see that Villeneuve is falling behind VTEC again. VTEC got him for P4. Villeneuve seems to have dropped back a couple tenths since I started discussing this, but they're fighting. You look at the, yeah, Villeneuve's close. We gotta go look at this. Oh my, Juventino picks up 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. That's gonna hurt. So yeah, penalties being handed out like candy. Oh, elbows out with a slide. So a couple exchanges there. JC looking to capitalize. Bit of a lock up there. Flavius. JC's moved up to 14th. I believe last time we were with him he was in 16th. Bye-bye. So Tiak now in 6th, coming out of the pits. On mediums, I'm pretty sure he would intend to finish the event on those. Yeah, he doesn't have long to go either. This is pretty short. Only 14 laps to go. So it should be no trouble making it on that compound. Yes, Fear Scott's out. Danny Blazing's out. Beckett's out. Bryce trying to fight his way back up from 11th. Trying to close the gap with the Doberman. They both dive for the pits. Imagine JC's head there, and he is. Rest of everyone else boxing. I imagine these people, some of them, probably followed or opted for the pit strategies that the game recommends. So TX made his way back up to 4th. Tommy is out there with 20 seconds over Ignacio in 2nd. So TX looking to come back and resume that fight. We'll see if he gets up there. He's got quite a few laps to do it. Looks like he's a ways off from Ray though at this time. Most of these guys are enjoying quite a bit of VTEC in, a lot of space. At this point in the race, everybody's kind of got their real straight. What's going on down here? Elbows and Flavius, Flavius and JC. Ooh, Flavius and Elbows. Elbows coming after P14 there. Pretty aggressively too. Seem to give probably something of some space there necessarily. I don't know what was going on with that. He kind of... Oh, he's safety car, that's why. Good times. Sure, Scott would have been happy to see that before he DNF'd. So, I imagine this has been going on for at least half a lap, maybe even a full lap. We'll be looking at this for a while. I would love to know how Tommy slid down to 2nd. Ignacio up to P1. We've got Ray in P3. Tiak still in P4. Should be pretty interesting when we go green. We'll see if Ignacio can put the kind of distance between himself and the rest of the order, like oh, what's his name? Like Tommy had. I mean, at one point, he was enjoying 20 seconds between himself and P2. I really wish I had caught whatever might have happened there that that led to loss of the position. I imagine some kind of mistake, and a bloody big one, to lose that kind of enormous lead. We got the Haas's together, that's cool. Elbows out of the pits. So we have everyone out on track. Hopefully we'll be getting on with it fairly shortly. Sector 2. Hopefully it'll be a safety car in lap. We will see. So Ignacio with a 6-second penalty. That's going to prove detrimental if he happens to cross the finish line first. We've got Juventino with 5 seconds. The Doberman with 5 seconds. Bryce with 3 seconds. Was out with 3 seconds. I know that Juventino's 5 seconds was a favor he did himself when he sped across the line in the pit lane. Unfortunate. Yeah, unless Ignacio can create a significant amount of space between himself and P2, he could find himself dropping back several positions, I would imagine. So I'm interested to see how that will play out. We got some more pit stops there. This could be going on for a while unless they unless the safety car just says screw you guys and kind of goes ahead back into the pits itself. We'll see though. I've never pitted that late during safety car. That's kind of strange. So lap 15 at 25. When we resume, it'll probably be lap 16. Yeah, here we are, sector 1. I don't see the safety car going in. And you've got Ignacio here just kind of hanging back and warming up his tires like he is. Could be. No. I wonder if it's going to let me know if the safety car is coming in. That would be nice. I'm like, you know, the commentator here, so need the information. I know we've all seen someone kind of lose it during formation or safety car. They find it slid off track or something. I'm sure that's not humiliating at all. I know I get kind of a kick out of it. So again, our top 3, Ignacio P1, Tommy P2, Ray P3, Tiak gonna make some noise sitting there in P4, and Houdini behind him P5. Juventino, I imagine, is going to get with the program and start making some real effort to get some overtakes under his belt so he can maybe podium. Some strange behavior during safety car. We got Ignacio hanging quite far back. And we're green. And just as I predicted, Tiak being very aggressive right away. A little bit of contact. Ray there. Ray comes out on top. Tiak keeps that P4 of his. VTEC down there. Watch the deltas there. VTEC 3/10 off of Power Graham. Off of Graham. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. We got Graham and Villeneuve. VTEC right behind Graham. VTEC, you know, looking to... He plays for keeps, so he's not going to hang out there long if he doesn't have to. VTEC aggressively coming after Graham in P8. Aggressively enough that if he's not careful, he could make, you know, a devastating mistake. You have to really forget about getting that position. Yeah, I suspect VTEC made some kind of error falling back from Graham like that. Graham kind of taking his time with Villeneuve. It's kind of, I can't help but wonder if it's a predator-prey type deal. It seems like the week before last when he raced at Portugal, I think it was, he kind of made his comeback all at once, I mean, he moved up 18 positions in that race. 18 positions from the back of the grid. And I think I don't think he appeared in a podium position until nearly the end of the race. Yeah, so he makes his move on Villeneuve there. I think that's going to stick. And sure enough, VTEC back there. And a good lockup. I think not anticipating Villeneuve's braking to accommodate Graham. Yeah, there's no love lost between Villeneuve and VTEC. Fortunately, Villeneuve's kind of left back there to... Oh my gosh! I'd love to have another look at that. I can't help but wonder if some contact was made there. I can swear I heard some. That was a hell of a move. I'm sure VTEC's thrilled about that. VTEC's 2 seconds behind looking at the deltas. He's fallen 2 seconds behind Villeneuve. Villeneuve was not playing around. He does, however, have a 3-second penalty. This is a kind of deja vu here. The McLarens, those two like to fight. Juventino gives up 5th. Juventino hangs on to 6th. So we've got Vilna back there in 8th. Grimm in 7th. Juventino 6th. Houdini 5th. Well, we've got a different driver in the McLaren this week. The other fella is Youngling. So Youngling's not here this week. Everybody's kind of getting a piece of their own real estate here now. Juventino's wanting his P5 back there, challenging Houdini quite aggressively. I imagine Houdini is going to want to take that position right back here if he can, and I imagine he will. I just cannot get on board with people slipping the stream so fast. Yeah, see, he could have like slow contact between Juventino and Houdini. With us on standard damage, that may have been okay. May have gotten away with it without either car being injured. 3-second penalty for multiple warnings on Juventino. I didn't see it, but I know I saw him cutting the track really hard. Although I don't think it was deliberate. Oh, there we've got, yeah, that has to have been what it was. Tiak makes it back into a podium position in P3. Coming after Ignacio. Hopefully, see, he's got 5 laps to take the fight back to him. That's really cool. Not the most eloquent commentator word, but it is cool what Tiak's done today, what we've gotten to watch between him and Ignacio. Yeah, Grimm was clear back there. I think he began the race in 16th, I want to say. It may have been 17th. I think he was the very back, after the DNFs invalidated. So it's just kind of picking them off one at a time. Some contact between Juventino and Grimm there. Villeneuve moves up to 7th, capitalizing on the fight between... Yeah, there was some damage kind of looking like there. I can't imagine Juventino would pit at this time for you know, for reasons of compound. So pretty aggressive here between Grimm and Houdini. I'd say Grimm being the aggressor there. On board with Villeneuve, chasing Grimm really closely. JC's moved up to 8th, and he is threatening Villeneuve quite actively. It's not going to take much for JC to close in on him. Whoa, there's some corner cutting there. Yeah, the penalties are off the chain. It's going to be really interesting to see what everyone's actual finishing position will be after all this. So I've got Grimm and Houdini, the McLarens, duking it out for 5th. Grimm means business, and you can see as he passes Houdini, overtaking him with very little difficulty. Kind of looks like Houdini's not going to just sit there and take it. Oh, we've had a change of position. Tiak falls back to 4th behind Ray, who has ascended to P3. Dini fighting back for P5, which Grim took from him roughly a minute ago. And he has been creating space since then. The gap is widening. Villeneuve retaining P7 with J.St. hot on his heels. I imagine he's going to capitalize on the closing distance when we get to the DRS corridor. Something going on there with J.St. Maybe 7 pedal issues. Oh, safety car! We have a safety car. Never occurs to me first thing when I hear them decelerate like that, when they lift off and stuff, that there must be a safety car. Safety car in the very final laps. Here at Jeddah. 3 laps to go, we have a safety car. I imagine 2 of them will be occupied by the safety car. We're going to have a 1-lap opportunity for these guys to get into position. To finish in the position they would like. Could be a good fight. We could see, you know, some pretty wild stuff, I would imagine, depending on how aggressive some of these guys are going to be. So, a lot of penalties, as you can see. You know, some are going to be for contact, others are going to be for exceeding track limits. We know at least one, 5 seconds of Juventino's penalties we know is owed to speeding in pit lane. Yeah, I mean, we've got 9 seconds for elbows out. 6 seconds for Ignacio. That looks to me like exceeding track limits, probably stacked. Although I think it was him that we saw some contact from in a battle with. I'm not sure who. You have to go back and look at that. But I can't do that because I'm watching this on a PS4 console, and that's just not possible. So interesting, our podium, our presumed podium, our provisional podium, they're all out on mediums. So they knew what they were doing. They wanted to have their one-stop strategy going on. I imagine that's all there really was of. It's pretty much all there is in a 25 lap race. Is there really is no need for a 2-stop strategy. We've got Ambu out on hard, so I haven't been following his race very closely. So could be that he had maybe an unscheduled boxing and came back. Well, no, those are 0 laps on those hards. Could be a mistake. I know sometimes the game will hose you down if you weren't careful to order the specific compound that you would like to come back out on. I just saw the safety car go in there, so I thought I did. Yeah, I saw the safety car go in. Yeah, green. Oh! Oh my! JST and Be Lucid getting real. Oh man! Yeah, there's just some people who are desperate and crazy. Tiak made it back up there in the third. We've got Ignacio in first. Tommy in second there again. Presumably this will be our podium. Ignacio P1, Tommy P2, Tiak P3. someone diving into the pits there. It looks like Ray. 5-second penalty for Ray for speeding in the pits too, so I think he kind of just accepted that his race is forfeit. I could be wrong. I don't know. I can only speculate. JST and Be Lucid duking it out for 9th. Got a caution in Sector 1. Looks like Flavius may have had a problem there. No. That is incorrect. JST moves up to 9th. Oh. I think maybe the stewards are gonna have some stuff to work on and look at and consider. I don't know what happened there. JST just drops back. Villeneuve sets the fastest lap at 1:30.466. And that's that. I didn't get to see our P123, but I imagine it was what I predicted. It should be Nacio. Oh, good deal. Grimm got driver of the day again, and that is because he drove his way back up from, I believe, P17 up to, last time I saw him he was in P5, so, oh, wow. If I'm not mistaken, that is Grimm P3, Tiak P1. I'm not sure who the Red Bull is. That could be VTEC. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this because I missed a lot of stuff apparently. I apologize for that, folks. It's really hard to stay on top of the action. You gotta watch the deltas real close, and sometimes that lets you down. Anxious to see what actually went on here. Oh, it was all the penalties that decided that. Yeah, Tiak P1, Grimm P2. VTEC P3. So there is our podium. Grimm took driver of the day. He moved up. If I'm interpreting this information correctly, he moved up 19 positions. So he began P20. What a showing from Grimm. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. You guys did a fantastic job. Fantastic race. Very exciting to watch. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, for not feeling so hot, I think it was one of my better broadcasts. We'll see how many really silly mistakes I made when I watch it back, but I feel like it was less Captain Obvious type, how could you miss that type stuff. I better check and see if there isn't people waiting around to be interviewed. Let's see, guys. I got some messages here. To go and actually look. I don't want to let anybody down. I don't feel so great, but I don't want to let anybody down if they're waiting to be interviewed, since we've pursued that so aggressively. Looks like all my parties have been erased since that firmware update. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll have to communicate back at headquarters. The paddock there. So there you have it. A very, very good race indeed. Very exciting to watch there in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast because, yeah, Villeneuve, you absolutely did. On the last lap, yes, that was very impressive. I forgot to bring attention to that at the very end of the race. You did indeed get the fastest lap. I caught it as it went up. Excellent work. Excellent work. You put up a good fight, too. You really fought for your positions out there. That was an extraordinary race. I hope any of you who happen to get a hold of this link will enjoy the program. And I suppose unless something changes, something significant or important or what have you, I will be back next week to walk us all through Division 1. We'll have a little party. It's still a little one, the kind of one like you drink, I don't know, Kool-Aid at. Nothing big. You know, maybe we'll work our way up to strippers and blow and that kind of thing, but pretty mellow right now. So, all right, take care for now, guys.